Wii Sports, that's the wrong side. Wii Sports is a game that is loved by all for its simple mechanics and satisfying gameplay. I'll be reviewing each and every sport from the original and resort so you can figure out which ones to play when you and the boys wanna have a party or something. I don't know. I don't know what you do. Um I'll just start out with the Wii games. Tennis! Tennis is in the A tier of sports. It's simple, satisfying, and everything a Wii sport should be. When you hit a perfect serve or return an impossible ball, you feel unstoppable. 5 out of 5. Baseball! Baseball is the ideal Wii sport. You may not like it, but this is what perfection looks like. When you hit the ball and hear that crack, you get a rush of dopamine. Even if your ball is caught, you still had fun because of the satisfaction of that hit. Pitching isn't nearly as good as batting, but when you get a strikeout or cause an out, it can be almost as good as that crack of the bat. Almost. 5 out of 5. Bowling! Bowling is Wii Sports bowling. Simple, satisfying, and great. What else could you want? It's not perfect, but it's really close. The tilted controller can be extremely sensitive at one point and not spin at all the next. It's a little inconsistent, but I think that's what gives bowling its charm. 4 out of 5. Golf! Golf is the worst of the classic Wii Sports, but Wii Sports doesn't get bad, so I mean, this game can be a little boring, but the moments where you get the perfect hit, that go the exact right distance, are what keep this game going. 3 out of 5. Boxing. Boxing is the best of the classic Wii Sports. The blocking, dodging, and most importantly, punching, are what bring this game up to the highest spot on this proverbial tier list. The controls are extremely good and responsive for the age. The mechanics are simple and fun, and the AIs in later levels are actually really challenging. Especially that one. Boxing is good. 5 out of 5. And now we will move on to the resort games. These games have the biggest variances in quality. They you have the highest of the high points, and then you have the worst games in the series. Let's check them out. Swordplay. Sword duels are always fun. Never have I had a boring sword duel. I feel like a Jedi anytime I play, blocking and swinging with my own strike. 5 out of 5. The fruit slice one is good. It's just good. You just slice through various objects before your opponent does. The sword feels good when slicing. What can I say? 5 out of 5. Horde mode is like sword game, but there's about 50 people all with one life. Cutting through them like butter just makes you feel unstoppable. 5 out of 5 for every game in swordplay. Wakeboarding. Wakeboarding is good. As far as I can tell, the controls work, and jumping on the wakes and landing perfectly is the perfect Wii sport. It's not quite as fun as other games, though. 4 out of 5. Frisbee! I absolutely adore Frisbee mechanics in sports games. When you throw it at the perfect angle and it goes right where you want it to go, it's perfect in Wii Sports. And they have a dog in one of the games. Both games are great and get a 5 out of 5. Archery. Archery is not great. You have to be exactly precise with the controls for it to even work, and I forgot how it worked half the time. But whenever I got a bullseye, I did feel a great sense of accomplishment, but that was probably because I overcame the bad controls. 2 out of 5. Table tennis. Table tennis is just like tennis, right? Wrong! You are dumb. Table tennis is a lot more precise than tennis. The ball will shoot exactly where you want it. Most of the time. 4 out of 5. The return challenge is table tennis, but the other guy doesn't hit back. It's fun and a little challenging with the cans you can hit. You have to be precise, and it's all dependent on your skill. 4 out of 5. Resort bowling. Regular bowling is the same, but with just improved accuracy due to the Wii Motion Plus. 5 out of 5. 100-pin challenge is 100 pins in bowling. It's really simple. Usually you will throw the ball and end up with less than 5 pins. Seeing all the pins fall down releases so much dopamine that you almost overdose. That's not a good joke. 5 out of 5. Spin challenge is challenging. Yep. You have to get around the blocks to hit the pins, and it's hard. Let me tell you what. You can't just throw the ball hoping it'll get there. You have to maneuver around the blocks to win, using the spins and thrown it straight. And if you suck, you just go straight back to the regular bowling where you belong. You peasant. Resort golf. It's golf but with way better courses. 4 out of 5. Power cruising. This game was a good idea, executed poorly. It's not fun. Its controls suck, and the timer at the top creates so much stress that I almost had a stroke. This is the worst Wii Sport in the entire series. 1 out of 5. Canoeing. Canoeing is satisfying, simple, and a good Wii Sport. Everything it should be. It's boring, but the mechanics are near perfect, until you play with friends, in which case it becomes just a hectic nightmare. 3 out of 5. Cycling! The controls for cycling are somehow better than the power cruising, even though they're the exact same thing. Also, it has so much more to accomplish. You start 30th in the race, and you have to crawl your way up to first over 3 minutes. When you get to first place, you feel like a god. 4 out of 5. Air sports! These are all fun. The island flyover is the best by far, because you just go in an airplane seeing all the places where you play. Also, collecting the eyes is just like the best experiences I've ever had in gaming. 5 out of 5. Skydiving isn't quite as fun. You just fall and try to collect people to take a large picture. 3 out of 5. Dogfighting is alright. It's island flyover, but you're kind of anxious and scared that you could be shot down at any moment. 4 out of 5. And that is all of the Wii Sports. All of them are completely accurate. I am not biased. I am completely correct, and you cannot do anything. Unless you think you can change my mind. Which you probably could. I'm pretty open-minded.